1. This video explains Mnangagwa's plans from 2008 to after. You should be able to understand why Mnangagwa made Tsvangirai not be declared winner in 2008, was fired, why ice cream poison saga was faked, and who will be declared 2018 elections winner. 2. No one believed Grace Mugabe when she was talking. She knew what she was talking about. At Rufaro Stadium on Sunday, November 5, 2017, while addressing Mapostori members, she revealed that since 1980 Mnangagwa has always wanted to topple Mugabe and be Zimbabwe's next president. 3. On September 8, Mugabe addressed a rally in Bindura. He revealed the origins of Mnangagwa and Jonathan Moyo's fallout. Mugabe said it all began in 2004 when the Chalacho Declaration was organized. He said it was reported that the idea was to topple Mugabe and replace him with Mnangagwa. 4. On July 27, 2017, in a video below, Mugabe revealed that the army and a then unnamed senior ZANU-PF official were working out a plan behind Mugabe's back to topple him. This official was reportedly sending Mutsvangwa and others to attack Mugabe and Grace in the media. 5. So Mugabe and Grace have always known that Mnangagwa and Chiwenga were planning to remove them from power. Unfortunately, a mistake that many people including Mugabe and his G40 allies made was to underestimate the intellectual prowess that Mnangagwa possesses. ED is not an idiot. 6. In an interview at Blue Roof 2 weeks ago, Mugabe revealed that he trusted ED all along until he appointed him a vice president. He said Mnangagwa only started showing his true colors after being appointed VP. I'll explain later how ED used Mugabe and Grace to push his own agenda. 7. In 2004, Chiwenga and Jonathan Moyo were fired from ZANU after plotting to topple Mugabe and replace him with ED. Nguema survived the chop because he didn't directly participate in the plot. That's ED for you. Even when Chiwenga removed Mugabe, ED was in SA. He never participated directly. 8. What Grace didn't know is that ED asked her to join politics so that she helps push Mnangagwa's agenda by firing Joyce Mujuru, who was then the vice president. ED was a mere legal affair minister back then. All this was ED's plan to remove Mugabe come 2017. Let me explain more. 9. Falsehoods had to be leveled against Mujuru, that she's working a plan to topple Mugabe or even kill him, then have a new with Tsvangirai. This was said to anger Grace and Mugabe so that Mujuru gets fired and ED replaces her. That's why Mujuru was never arrested. They were lies. 10. But before this 2014 event, let's look at 2008. Sources say Tsvangirai had won March 2008 elections by over 70%. Some time ago, Mugabe accidentally revealed that in 2008 Tsvangirai had won by 78%, not the 48% that they claimed, so as to call for a rerun. 11. Mnangagwa himself can be found on YouTube revealing that all ministers and Mugabe himself had given up and were ready to hand over power to Tsvangirai, but it's him who unearthed a loophole which they exploited to call for rerun. That's how Mugabe survived the 2008 defeat. 12. Now that Mugabe was brought back to power by Mnangagwa, in 2009 at NU, Mnangagwa personally demanded to be made Minister of Defense. Mugabe had wanted to give ED the finance ministry, but ED refused. Mugabe didn't have much choice because he had just survived at ED's mercy. 13. So after NU, Mnangagwa proceeded with his plan. He got Grace into politics. He got Mujuru fired. Next step was to get himself fired. But before that, he had to get Mugabe and Grace's image badly tarnished, so that he would embraced after the coup. 14. Every year we would twice that ED's office had been broken into. Was security in his office only that horrible that anyone could break in and go unnoticed? There were also reports that cyanide poison had been planted in his office in 2016 and that he survived the plot. 15. Then in 2017 it was reported that he had been poisoned. It's on record that he ate samosas and grapes provided by Sakaramai. These snacks were all consumed by Sakaramai, Pariranyatwe and Mnangagwa from the same bowl. How come one person got poisoned? 16. When ED started vomiting, Pariranyatwe Mnangagwa medically examined him and he later gave a statement saying ED was not poisoned but may have eaten stale food. In the ambulance that took him to hospital, only Kembo Mahadi, now VP, accompanied him. 17 Before the poison incident, several nurses and medical personnel at Gwanda Provincial Hospital had been given forced leave. Who would give senior nurses forced leave days knowing very well that the whole ZANU-PF was coming to the province? Kembo Mahadi then phoned Chiwenga. 18 Chiwenga then instructed 2 helicopters, one that had brought Pariranyadwe, ED, and Sakaramai, and the other one that brought other ministers, to fly ED to Thornhill Military Hospital in Gweru immediately. Only a white helicopter which brought Mugabe to the rally remained. 19 At a rally in Bulawayo on November 4, 2017, Grace was booed. It was later established that ex-minister Chwinga Dube is the one who hired Karumara and other youths to boo Grace. What everyone doesn't know is that it was meant to anger Grace and Bob so that they fire Mnangagwa ASAP. 20 It was at that rally where Mugabe said, Ko ndakatadza here ku appointer va Mnangagwa and dividonheeds mangwanachi. Mnangagwa was probably smiling. That's why he never fought Grace back or resign. He knew what he was up to and Mugabe had to fire him first. 21 After he was eventually fired on Monday, November 6, 2017, ED claimed his military guards had been withdrawn the minute he was fired and that he had been informed that plans to get him killed were already in motion. Seriously, would Chiwenga let Ed's guards withdrawn just like that? 22 To cut the long story short, everything that happened to ED was meant to tarnish Mugabe's reputation, so that on November 18 we would all march to the streets in support of getting him to step down, and that SADC and O would blame Mugabe for what befell him in November 2017. 23 After Mugabe was gone, next step was to work on elections. Like I have always said, young Chamisa that everyone loves, also happens to be Mnangagwa's choice. That's why ED never humiliates or attacks Chamisa. Instead he congratulated him when he was appointed MDC president. 24 ED knows that from as early as 2016, KUP and Mujuru had already completed plans of working together come 2018 elections. Therefore ED had to do everything he could to make sure Tsvangirai is succeeded by Chamisa. That's why anything that goes to court Chamisa wins, KUP loses. 25 It was ED who advised Mugabe to engage in talks with Tsvangirai in 2008 which saw ANU in 2009. Like I have said before, expect ANU just after elections this year. I repeat, most of you will get jobs by Christmas this year, thanks to the new which is coming. Let me end here.